Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Security Breakdown, a podcast about security stuff. The Security Breakdown podcast is sponsored by Skills for Security. Skills for Security are the #1 training provider in the UK for the fire and security sector. So today we are here with Liz Lloyd, who is the Head of Marketing and Communications for BSIA. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yes, I got it right off the website, so if it's wrong...
You did. It's not, yeah.
It would be your fault.
My fault, yeah.
So Liz, you've been in the BSIA for a really short amount of time, right? It's been like
4 months. Okay. Yeah.
How's that been so far?
Crazy.
Yeah. Worn out?
Crazy in a good way.
Okay, good.
Yeah, definitely a good way.
So I've prepared a few sort of questions. I'm going to talk a bit about marketing of the BSIA itself. Because, it's been around for donkey's years.
Nearly
right?
60 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
That's
1967.
Much longer than me.
I know.
And I don't know whether it's just me, but I feel like the BSIA, especially in the last few years, has sort of drifted into what feels like it's from the olden days, right? So I'm hoping that you're going to invigorate it a little bit.
No pressure.
No pressure. Why? Because you were at Professional Security Magazine for ages, right?
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
So what prompted you to move to BSIA?
Basically, I was approached with an opportunity to really make a difference.
Okay.
And I've been in the industry for nearly 20 years. I've been working alongside the BSIA for probably about 15 of those 20 years. And I've always admired it from a distance. I've always thought it was a fantastic association. And when I was asked to come and be a part of it, I just felt like it would be an offer that I could not turn down, quite honestly. Yeah. It's incredible. It makes such a difference to our industry. The BSIA are involved in so many different elements of our industry by shaping how standards are set, how standards are developed. Across every facet. We've got 14 different sections. We've then got special interest groups as well who are moving in things like AI and biometrics. And we work across not only the UK, we work with Europe, we work with international bodies to help and shape how standards grow. Yeah. And how they affect our industry. So to be a part of that is something really special.
It's a bit of a beast, isn't it?
It's
the BSIA.
huge.
It's massive.
I always thought I knew what the BSIA did, and then I came on board and I was like, wow, I had no idea how big and how deep this went, But it's incredible, and I can't even say that no days, no 2 days are the same.
Yeah,
it's no imagine. 2 hours are the same. So, yeah, I'm so proud to be a part of it. I
Good.
Really am.
Oh, okay. Well, so it was worth moving.
That says yes, yeah.
As you've been in BSI for a few months, what are the sort of things that you've seen that you really want to change? Like where do you focus yourself over the next, say, 12 months or 5 years or whatever?
We've definitely moved more. As you said, historically, it's the way that I look at it is maybe the BSIA has been a bit analog. We're now definitely moving more into digital. Yeah. We are just about to embark on podcasts. So I will be calling on you for lots of help, now, Jack. Yeah? Lots of help. We are looking to be able to engage with our membership more in some kind of digital content format. So that would be great because we have got so many incredible members with such a huge diversity across the security sector. So to start engaging with them, get those guys in to come and talk to us about what they're doing, what impacts their businesses, how they see the security sector moving as well. Yeah, that would be really brilliant to start putting that out there so that the rest of the industry can hear what's going on, and also so we can start talking about what our technical department are working on. what new standards and publications they've got coming down the track as well. So, and podcasts are a great way to do that.
Of course, absolutely. There's nothing better than a 5-hour podcast about a standard that nobody's ever heard of.
They will love it. Yeah.
Okay. So on that, on the specifically the technical stuff, traditionally the technical stuff, from experience, the standards are like reading sandpaper. Right, it's the driest, technical, most prescribed document that you can read. Do you think there's a way that you'll be able to sort of not necessarily change the way the standards are written? I think the standards are written like that for a reason, right?
Absolutely.
But make it so that people can understand, even if it's just top level, what does this mean for me? Kind of question. Is that...
This is where the Marcoms department. This is where we're really going to have to up our game, I think, because what's coming out from the technical department, we need to be able to tell the rest of the industry about that, and we need to do it in a way that everybody can understand it.
Yeah.
So that's where we're really working hard now to try and communicate all of these incredible things that are going on, and how they impact our sector.
Yeah, I think that's the crucial part, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's, what's the point of this standard?
Yeah.
What is it that's changed? Me? And why should I care about it? Well, it would be great to have that, I think. Just even for people who know that the BSIA exists or are members, but then aren't deeply ingratiated with every sort of little change that happens in these standards. If there's things that you can go, here's a bulletin, there's 5 things that have changed on this standard that are crucial to affect you, and then people can see that value is being made for them.
Absolutely.
And they're gaining stuff from it if it helps them. And even better if it helps them in the standard and that they know that it exists. If they didn't know it exists, it's no use at all, is it?
Indeed. So
what else, apart from looking beyond the BSIA, what do you think sort of works in the security industry at the moment? What's coming and growing, and is, what's the next big thing for security, just in general, from your experience?
There definitely seems to be a big shift in AI. That's becoming incredibly ingrained now in the sector.
Yep.
So I think we need to really start understanding how it impacts our day-to-day life, how it will impact our industry. Education obviously is very important. Training, very important. We've also got Martin's Law, which is going to be coming in the next couple of years. So everybody just needs to be aware of how that's going to impact everybody. Can you give a brief explainer of that? It's obviously driven by the phenomenal Fegan Murray. It's going to be impacting how public spaces are protected, and how we are going to be looking at keeping people safe when they go to events or they go to large-scale concerts or theatres, premises where there will be, I think it's 800 people plus. It depends on the size of the audience. But obviously there's going to be a lot of training involved around that, and education for people to learn how it impacts them. So those are definitely 2 big things that are coming. Yeah, certainly from my perspective, AI has already made a huge amount of changes, and we've had AI in the security industry for years, right? Absolutely. You look at a camera, it's got AI detection. Absolutely. And it's just facial recognition. Exactly. Kind of things. But now we're moving towards a whole new world, and I think it's going to be crucial for the BSIA to message to people that, from the old hat guys that are like, yeah, I've had AI on my cameras for ages. I don't care about this. Teaching people what that means, how to deal with it and how to understand it, and what effect it's going to have on the industry as a whole. Absolutely. It's going to affect the whole planet, right? Most definitely. Every person. So we created a publication just over a year ago called about the ethical use of facial recognition. And that's obviously a very hot topic now. Yeah. So that's something that I think we should recirculate just so that people are aware of it, because it will become more and more important.
Yeah, it's a scary world that we're about to live in, I think.
Definitely.
So any education that people can get about AI, I think it's going to be crucial.
Yeah.
So that maybe it's not all scary, because there's loads of great stuff that it does.
Absolutely. And obviously in the world of social media that we are so ingrained in, so much AI is going, especially
absolutely.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, we were talking
LinkedIn
earlier,
is full of it. So.
And it's like every other post is AI generated in some way, and in some cases it doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. And in some cases you think actually the people that are reacting to this should know that this isn't a person and that this is not real. Yeah. That's a story for another day.
That really is a whole different subject.
I could probably talk for an entire week on AI stuff without even moving. So I know some of the other things that you've been focused on in the industry, not necessarily with BSIA, not necessarily with the magazine, is women in security.
Absolutely, something very close to my heart.
Something that you obviously believe in. What do you think the current state for women in the industry is? Are we still moving? Is still positive movement, or do you think that we're getting to the point where it's?
I don't think it's shifted as much as we'd hoped it would have done.
Okay.
Which is disappointing. But what we are definitely seeing a shift in is the push for security to be a career of choice. I think a lot of people, be them male or female, a lot of people come into security by default or as a secondary career. So they may have been in the forces, they may have been in the police and then retire and then move into the security sector.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Or people fall into the security sector by accident.
That's
like
me.
myself.
That's me.
Like myself.
There's a lot of people I've met that are the same. They're like, why do you work in security? I don't know. Just do.
But the trouble is I think once you're in it, you never want to leave, because it's just the most incredibly interesting sector to work in. I love it.
No comment.
No comment. I find it fascinating. You know, the technology developments, the people that you meet. I think it's incredible, and I would love people, especially women, who are maybe finishing university or college, to think about joining the sector as a career opportunity.
Make it a desirable career,
place to work. Because I think there is still that stereotypical, you know, when you say to someone, I work in security, their mind automatically goes to a security guard, you know, a guy with a license on his arm or whatever. That's the impression that everyone has of security, but they don't see the incredible opportunities,
all the stuff that's below the surface.
Exactly.
Because you're right. You see what you see, right? So
it's what people are familiar with. They go to the shops or they go to a bar. They see a guy on a door or a lady on a door. There are quite a lot of ladies on doors with their licenses, and that's the sort of impression they get of security. Or they see the cameras pointing at them. In shops.
They feel that it's the intrusive side of it that they don't.
Exactly.
And fair enough. Part of it comes from a lack of understanding, that they don't know what is behind all of this stuff. They just see the cameras and think they're being watched.
Yeah.
It's like detectors in rooms.
Yeah.
You know, the little light blinks on and off. Nobody knows what's going on. There's actually quite a lot of interesting technology that goes into those detectors.
Yeah. But we would love to be able to get in front of people at a younger age. There are initiatives that are taking place to try and target younger girls, and maybe at school age, to talk to them about opportunities within the security sector, and especially because the cyber's incredible. There's some great things that are going on there, and that does seem to be attracting a lot of women to come into cyber. But there's manufacturing, there's the sales side of things, there's the installation side of security. There's so many different things that they can get involved in. There are apprenticeships
absolutely
for women to come in and learn how to install security systems. So it would be great if we could start getting to younger women and letting them know what a great sector this is to work in.
I'm not even just women, but people, just
younger,
anyone
people
younger
in general.
We have a saying in the office, and I don't know, this might resonate with you as well. We like to say that the security industry is white, male and stale.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people that are in the industry have been in it for a really long time.
Yeah.
And most of them are old white men. So bringing in fresh blood and young people, whether it's girls or boys, is going to be good for the industry, and it's going to bring life in.
Absolutely. And we need to be thinking about the future generations.
Absolutely,
as well.
Yeah. Is there anything that you think is like, what would you really like to see as the next step for women in security that would really sort of turn the dial and make a difference?
I genuinely think that it's just reaching out to people and making them realise it's a career of choice, and even if it may not be younger people, just to get more people into the sector, and realise that it's a place where they can thrive. They're well supported. The work that we've been doing with the Women's Security Network, we've got hundreds of women now that are all connected, that 2 years ago many didn't even know each other.
Yeah.
And now we have communication groups, we have networking events, we have educational events, we have support groups, we have mentoring programs.
And awards.
And awards. There are the Women in Security Awards, which have been going for 13 years, I think.
Oh, really?
Now.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
And it's great to see, people used to say to me, what are your dreams about the Women in Security Awards? And I said, I dream for a day when they're no longer needed. That would be great, but we're a long way off.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, and it's I think that argument can be made for a lot of different things as well, not just security, but
definitely.
I think as a civilization on Earth, we're still very much stuck in that. It would be nice if we didn't have to do this, but we kind of still have to do it. Okay, so back on the BSIA, and we'll keep in the topic of women as well. What are the sort of things that the BSIA itself is doing to support the industry and security in general, and especially women in the industry?
So BSIA have been involved in the Women in Security Awards right from the beginning. The chief exec is a judge of the awards.
Right.
Has been right from day dot. Mm-hmm. We also are. The BSIA is a supporter of the Women in Security Network. We hosted drinks at this year's security event in Birmingham, where we had nearly 80 women descend on the BSIA lounge, which frightened a few people. But it was incredible to see. So we're going to make sure that becomes a regular event now, that every year we have Women in Security Network drinks
on the
stand.
Mm-hmm.
We're obviously supporting other initiatives such as STAMHAT spiking. We've just partnered up with the Consortium for Prevention of Suicide. So we're supporting those guys. We supported International Security Officers Day recently. That was the 24th of July. There's lots of initiatives that are taking place across the sector that we're heavily involved in. It's great to be really part of everything. We've recently signed a memorandum of understanding with the Association of Security Consultants, and we've reignited. We signed an MOU with the Security Institute a few years ago, but we are now reigniting that relationship as well to strengthen it further.
MOU?
Memorandum of Understanding. Yeah, so it's just
what does that mean?
So basically, it's two huge associations within the sector that are just identifying how they can work better together.
Okay.
And shared values, shared initiatives, shared drives to professionalise the industry. Yeah. Really.
With you.
So obviously the ASC, the Association of Security Consultants, very much focused on consultants' work. But we're sharing ideas of how we can help them, and they can help shape standards as well. And again, with the Security Institute, a huge association, that we're we're working even further with, even closer with. So
it's the same thing that we were talking about with John previously, that the BSIA enables so many people to collaborate and come together, right? It's all about collaboration, the glue that knits the whole industry together.
And it's everybody's trying to do the right thing. We're all trying to move in the same direction, but sometimes things don't terribly gel. They're not feeling terribly cohesive. So by really collaborating and identifying how we can do these things better, it will only improve things for the industry. So
surely it can't get worse.
Well, one would hope not.
Speaking of collaborating, obviously the BSIA supports fight back against retail crime.
Absolutely.
What do you think would be an ideal sort of end goal for fight back and for BSI? Just in your imagination, what do you think what could we do?
Yeah. Obviously, Fight Back is doing some incredible things to help the retail sector, and we, as the BSIA, want to be able to support you as much as we can. We want to be able to give you a larger voice. We have a huge presence on LinkedIn. We have nearly 24,000 followers. So, whatever we can do to get the message out, if we can get more people to come and join you at your regional events, if we can help you get some more support for your regional events, we'd love to be more involved with that. So whatever we can do to help you and give you a bigger voice.
Awesome.
Just ask.
Thanks. From your perspective, looking back across the whole BSIA and its massive iceberg of different facets and features and all the different ways that it operates, what do you think would be for a single member who's maybe recently joined and hasn't got a lot of experience within the BSIA? I know there's people in the BSIA that they know everybody and they know where to go and who to talk to and all the different things. But for somebody that's just joined, what would you say for them? What should they do to get the most value as quickly as they can? What's something key for?
One of the key things that we really are trying to stress to our membership is to engage with the marketing and comms department, because we're there to support you. We're there to help you. Like I just said, we have 24,000 followers on LinkedIn, which is an enormous amount of reach. So if we can help you with some of your good news stories, some of the developments that you're doing, we have just launched a new website. Just ironing out the kinks at the moment. That's been a challenge. But
as always.
Yeah, it's never straightforward. But we have the opportunity on there to share product launches and service launches.
Okay.
We have the ability to share your news stories. We love sharing news that our members are doing. Lots of our members are doing some incredible stuff. And we just want to tell the industry about it. So use us as a mouthpiece, really.
Yeah, okay.
We're also hosting events. We do networking events. We do educational events. We have some coming up in the autumn, which, again, are a great way for members to engage. They're a great way to meet other members, to learn about what's new, what they need to be aware of within the security sector. And it's you can be a passenger or you can be a driver.
Okay. I like that. Yeah.
Get involved if you can.
Get stuck in.
I completely understand that some people don't want to. They don't want to participate, but if you can participate, that's fantastic. And we have our section groups. We've got 14 sections. Just try and get involved. Try and get along to them. And I think you'll get amazing things out of your membership if you get involved.
Yeah.
So
I guess you only ever get out what you put into anything.
That's kind of a rule of thumb, to be honest with you. So if you're able to get more involved, I really recommend doing it. But at the very least, come along to some of the networking events. Get involved. We've got a golf society. Not everybody's a golfer. I am. I love it. But we have a golf society. So come along to some of our golf events.
Yeah.
We have the British Security Awards every June, which are epic.
When's mine?
Next June. They're an amazing opportunity to come and meet. There's 500 people in a room.
Yeah,
celebrating
all in the same
excellence.
industry.
Yeah,
sharing their knowledge. And it's the same thing with John. Like with the Export Council is very sort of specific part of the BSIA, but it applies across the whole association. Is the knowledge and the wealth of knowledge and the resources and all the things that different people have learned and can share with you and are happy to share. It's an invaluable resource that even if you don't give anything at all, you might still get something from, and you might actually realize, well, if I've got something and then somebody asks you a question that you've got the answer to, then that's where it comes from. But
absolutely,
if you're going to be as selfish and as greedy as possible and just take from the BSIA, still worth your membership, right?
Absolutely worth it.
Yes.
And of course, we do the trade shows. We're at all the trade shows. So we've got some of the Security 20 events coming up. We've got International Security Expo. We've got CONSEC that we're doing with the ASC.
Yep.
We've got London Build. We've got the international shows. We're doing, John's doing the Saudi, Singapore and Intersect Dubai in January. So, and then of course, TSE, we have a huge presence at TSE. So come and see us. Come and catch up with us, have a coffee, tell us what you're doing. So we love to see our members. Any opportunity to catch up. So
any opportunity for a coffee and a
absolutely coffee at a catch
cake.
Up.
That cake you brought today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Liz, for joining me, us, they.
A pleasure.
So I think the key takeaway from that is that if you're a member of the BSIA and you're not getting involved as much as you can, you've got questions or there's things that you don't know or, whatever it is, the association is there to support you as a security company and as a person within the industry. So I'm sure that whatever your problem is, that there will be some kind of solution somewhere that somebody can guide you with. So if you're not taking part in your membership, then do it. Please get on it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you turn at least the outside view of the BSIA turns into and really starting to provide that modern digital value that people kind of come to expect, I think, from everyone these days. So
excellent.
Yeah, exciting stuff.
Definitely.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.